Welcome to my video YouTube channel. Your tutor, Professor Henry Buisa. Today I want to talk about a Kikuyu traditional marriage ceremony that I attended. Well, these pictures that you see are not the one that I attended. This is Governor Waiguru of Kirinyaga County when she was married. It was also a traditional Kikuyu marriage, but this is not the one I'm talking about. But first of all, let's understand what culture is. There may be many versions of defining culture, but the one simple one is culture is our way of life, or a way of life of a people. You see, a certain group of people, how they live. And therefore culture becomes the language that we speak, the food that we eat, the clothes that we wear, the houses we live in, the rituals we perform, the many other things we do as a distinct group of people. That's culture. You can see the cycle. The culture will, the knowledge and stories, the language, the traditions and rituals, the techniques and skills, the tools and objects, the art, the food and the drink, the values, indeed, the greater community. And we are told that we are not born with culture. We are born into it. We learn culture. Culture is dynamic and adapts to changing circumstances. Yes, I am a Luya, a Bukusu from Western Kenya. The clothes that I wear are not Bukusu culture. We have adapted. I put on a tie, I put on a suit, the English culture. The houses that we live in, many of us, that architect is not African even. It's not Bukusu. So we have adapted. The food we eat, a lot of it is not our culture. So therefore, culture is dynamic and adapts to changing circumstances. We cannot stick to one aspect of culture when we have actually already adopted or adapted others. So culture is dynamic, and people who stick to one and say this is our culture may be erroneous, because even as they speak, they are using language that's not theirs. Now, the Bukusu, when there's a marriage, go to the boy's home to ask for dowry. So, although our Bukusu daughter from my village, Lutonyi, Kimilili, Bungoma, was getting married to a Kikuyu from Kashie, Kiambu, the Kikuyu team came to our home for dowry negotiation and to pick our daughter, meaning we modified our Bukusu cultural practice, as did the Kikuyu do in other parts, in some parts of theirs, to suit the situation. So it was kind of building bridges initiative. Now let's watch this culture, the Kikuyu culture. This is a Kikuyu traditional ceremony, when we give out the daughter to receive a daughter-in-law. They are dressed in the traditional attire, going now to receive their daughter-in-law. So they are starting now from the home of the father-in-law, and now they are going to perform the ceremony for receiving the daughter-in-law. So it is. This the men, you can see how the men are dressed. The men are dressed in the gear, in Kikuyu gear. And that song singing is their song, and the women follow. The women follow thereafter with the sugar cane and dressed in the traditional Kikuyu attire. So this is now a ceremony that's going to receive the daughter-in-law. The men are ahead. The men are following with all this gear.
This is the ceremony now.
Yeah, this is the ceremony.
The smart part now.
Yes, of receiving the bridegroom.
Yeah.
Good. This is the Kikuyu tradition. Very rich Kikuyu tradition. Yes, very rich Kikuyu tradition. Yes. They are now walking into the arena. The Kikuyu elders, the men ahead of the women, coming into the arena, coming now to receive their daughter-in-law. The men ahead, dressed in sheep hats. This headgear, the headgear is made out of sheepskin. We saw the sheep being slaughtered, and there they are. The ladies follow with sugar cane, carrying sugar cane, symbolizing sweetness. And there they come, and we're going to see the bridegroom is among the ladies behind there. See, the bridegroom is here. The bride actually is the bride, not the bridegroom. She's here, you can never recognize. She's here. This is a Bukusu girl, but now dressed up like a Kikuyu, very resembles a Kikuyu. This is our daughter, but now completely transformed. This is our daughter, dressed up like Kikuyu totally. Yes, it is song and dance as the Kikuyu team enters the arena. The Bukusu had done their bit of handing over the girl to the Kikuyu. They had also their own traditional dance as they handed over the girl. Yes, the Kikuyu have retained the cloth. This is cultural attire. Kikuyu traditional handing of the bride to the bridegroom. The front is the bride and the bridegroom. They are now being handed in with sugar cane symbolizing sweetness. Yes, the Bukusu would not have a similar attire. The cultural attire is like getting lost, got lost. The Kikuyu have pretended. A few other tribes in Kenya pretend clothes. The Maasai, the Bokot, they have retained the clothes as part of the culture, but quite a number of other tribes, particularly in the lower land, the clothes is not as distinct. Therefore, that part of the culture can be said to have been changed, adopted. Now that is the pair dancing, Kikuyu pairs. They have a special style of doing it. The method of holding the left hand onto the waist of the lady. You see, the ladies hold in the waist of the man, and the man the shoulders. The sugar cane not only symbolizes the sweetness of the occasion, but it also symbolizes the crops that they grow. That's also part of the food, part of the agriculture. Of course, part of the adoption, changing of the culture. Look at the arena. The arena is partially decorated with the traditional items, but the tents that we are staying in are actually modern. So ideally would have done the traditional building or symbolizing our culture, but like I said, culture is dynamic. It can be adapted, adopted. So there we are. The sugarcane are now being put in front, or the seats where the bride and the bridegroom will sit. It's like they become now the gifts. That's now the bride and the bridegroom. I can't translate that song. I am Bukusu. They are Kikuyu. So I enjoyed the melody, but the words and the message being communicated, I'm not able.
chini sasa. Kae chini, tukae chini.
Yes.
So it is a Gurayo ceremony.
Gurayo
Gurayo
ceremony.
ceremony is normally done in the bride's home. It has several significance. One is that the bride has come to our home, to our family. She has come for good. She will never come back here. We have taken her away. As you did give her to us, we have taken her. She has now become a part of our family. So Kikuyu traditional ceremony of Gurayo is a Kikuyu wedding. Kikuyu traditional wedding. So we are just about to do it. When the bride comes before us with that attire, it is to say that she has been accepted by that family as one of them, as a person who has been married legally. So that is to say, Kikuyu traditional wedding is also recognized by the government. So that is why we are here now. We want to catch up with time, so let me not waste much of your time. We go direct to that ceremony. I'll invite the person who is supposed to conduct that ceremony so that we can have a word as we are preparing for the other four that are supposed to come here. Excuse me.
You know, we are doing traditional. You have put hay there, you have put pumpkins there, you have
This is their tradition. You go, you don't be disturbed. This is their tradition.
Okay, that is okay. It is always good to know.
Yes.
You can look at the hay. You can look at the pumpkin. You can see the house caravan. These are the traditional items that we used to have.
That's right.
And when they are there, they are playing a part of showing that significance. That today, this one is not a Kikuyu, it's not a church wedding, it's a Kikuyu wedding. It's a traditional wedding. That is why those items have been displayed all over. And the sugar cane. Sugar cane is okay. It's okay. Let me just explain to him. Sugar cane is one of the plants that we used to plant in Kikuyu. And each and every occasion like this one, we normally have it.
Symbolizes sweetness.
Yes. So one of the foods of Kikuyu. And we have brought this sugar cane to the family where we are taking the bride from. So it is a sort of an item that is have some significance as a food item of Kikuyu family. So we have our chairman who is supposed to lead us in this function. But before I invite him, I want to see the items
Kikuyu came to our home with their own ceremonial sheep, which they slaughtered and performed rituals with, and roasted some, which the bride and the bridegroom will feed each other with, in the same way the Westerners cut cake, which the couple feed each other with. Now this is the meat that was being roasted, and now the Kikuyu women are bringing all this as an escort. You can see this was the meat that was roasted. It's now being brought. To be eaten to signify the companionship. The Kikuyu came with about 5 sheep. One sheep was special. The color of the sheep was the color of the uniform or the cloth. That sheep was all roasted. Roasted, and this is what is now being brought in front of the bride and bridegroom. This is uji, this is porridge, also being brought. Those are calabash, quads, and this is the roasted sheep brought to the bride and the bridegroom. Like this bridegroom and what you have to those are the quads. The roasted meat brought in front of the bride and bridegroom. That's the one that will be shared like the normal, the Western cake that we always.
Again, also for everybody to know, nobody is allowed to conduct the burario kama hajalipa mahali. Kwa hivyo Kikuyu unalipa mahali, unasikizana, unamaliza kutoa vitu vile umeitishwa, then you are allowed to do the ceremony. That is a point there that needs to be noted.
The dowry was done, the conversation was successful, and now it signifies that the two groups have agreed, and that's only when these ceremonies can be done.
Maji ya kunawa mikono. Situmpigie makofi.
The ceremony is conducted not by everybody. Special elders.
Vile nilijua hapa ni Saruni. Profesa, kama ningekuambia jina yangu wakati huo, saa hii ungekumbuka. Sasa ndio katika mzuri. Mimi ndio chairman wa Kikuyu Council of Elders. Kiama. Kule wa pale ya Kihara. Mimi ndio niko na ile bakora ya wazee. Ya kutembea naye. Kwa hivyo, sasa nimejua umeshika.
Umeshika sana.
Hao wazee wako mbele yangu. Hii sherehe mnaiona siku ya leo, vile mmeambiwa haifanyagwi na mtu ambaye hajaifanya. Profesa, huwezi ukapea kijana yako apeleke kijana yako kwa mto kama yeye hajaenda. Hiyo ni kweli?
Kweli.
Kwa hivyo siku ya leo hawa ni mawitness wa kuweka sahihi. John amekuwa mmoja wao. hatutapoteza wakati. Sasa tutaenda kwa sherehe ndio tuelewane yenye imetulete hapa siku ya leo. Naomba bibi yangu akuja nipe maji ndio mkono yangu iwe safi ikiendelea sherehe.
It's not just anybody to wash it. The wife has to do the
water the husband so that everything is clean.
Kwanza tutakagua vitu yetu ya kufanya kazi. Profesa, kama tulianza sherehe na wewe, hii ndio ile mbuzi ilikuwa ya kwanza. Wacha hizo zingine. Mbuzi hii ilikuwa na rangi moja kama unakumbuka.
Nakumbuka.
Rangi yake ilikuwa imekaa kama hao.
Kama
ngozi yake. Hiyo ni saini nzuri hadi hao ni wa Kikuyu. Na hiyo mbuzi kwa Kikwetu tunaita Mukuyu.
Mukuyu.
Asante. Mwenye tutasaidiana na yeye nitamuomba apungue sasa masahani yetu ndio nione kila nyama aina inafaa kuwa hapa kwa hapa.
These parts were cut specifically, specially, and now they are being checked so that there's nothing wrong.
An assistant to the master of this particular ceremony. Everything has to be verified. No foreign material can come here. It has been a long day, maybe if it's dry, but this is now the ceremony. It's very thorough checking. The elder is checking thoroughly so that we know everything is in order. There's no foreign parts. There's no unauthorized pieces of meat coming into this. Because the thorough checking, those are the ribs checking, those are the legs. This is thorough checking. This is the stomach that we saw. And these are the sticks that were being prepared. To tie, you cannot tie this artificially. Everything is natural. Everything is as per the tradition. There is the rites here, but we're calling the African society. And they are all this was the goat, the sheep that had the color of this shirt. It was the color of this dress. It must ride, and you can see that the goat, therefore, the color when it's roasted, it becomes the color of these dresses. This color symbolizes that everything is matching.
Kama mzee anapeleka mbuzi, anapeleka kijana ya kuchunga. Hiyo ndio desturi yetu. Sasa kijana mwenye alikuwa anachunga mbuzi na muomba kuja hapa. iko kuzi moja imepotea, iko kuzi moja imepotea, yote ikuwa sawa. Kijana anasema kuzi yote ilikuja hapa, alichunga, hakuna ambaye imepotea, hata likuzaana imezaana. Nitaomba mwenye tuko na yeye, huyu kijana hawezi toka hapa bure. Ataenda.
This was the herds boy, the herdsman,
Ataenda na nyama yake ya kukula.
in thanking him for being a good herdsman.
Ndio ajue
He has to get some parts
amechunga
of the same meat that the bride and bridegroom are getting.
atatumwa kuleta mbuzi hapa,
He doesn't carry the meat in the hands.
patia yeye chakula yake.
You can see the rope that has tied his waist, and at the bag that the meat is being put in. He doesn't have to handle it with his own hands until he reaches where he's going to eat it. He can share it with the other herdsmen. And this is therefore a thank you for the herdsmen who have made it possible that the goats and the sheep.
Kazi umefanya mzuri, hii ni chakula yako. Mpaka siku nyingine kazi yenye nitakupea ufanye kwa bidii kama yenye ulifanya. Na kama iko kijana mwingine mlisaidiana na yeye, atakusaidia kuchunga mbuzi, anaweza kula. Asante sana. Sasa wewe unaweza toka hapa na uende ukae mahali. Hiyo stage nyingine tutaingia ndio tujue vitu zenye tuko nazo hapa.
Now the parts of the roasted animal are used to give lessons to the bride and the bridegroom. Every part has meaning. For example, the ribs are explained in a manner similar to the Bible, which says a woman was made from a man's rib. The ears are used to explain the couple should always listen to each other. Now, the groom is being given, both the bride and the groom are now being given morals, teachings.
I smiled.
Guza mahali alikuguza ndio usikie. Guza mzuri, kila mtu aone.
She has held the ribs of the man, showing that that's where she held him and he held her the first time.
Yes.
Nilijaribu sana kuitoa in pieces, in parts.
Yes.
Hiyo ndio baba.
The ribs,
Kwa hivyo safari ya John ilianza hapo.
the life.
Alivunja bafu moja, wakaongeza huko.
Basi. Hiyo ndio safari sasa ya John na ndio imetufikisha hapa.
The ribs are important. The woman was made from the ribs of the man. They were together, and now they are together. That's the message.
Pengine mchana alisema akona jambo. John akachukua pengine pesa yake akanunua chakula. Hiyo chakula ikaingia wapi? Kwa tumbo. Kuna kazi nzuri unaweza fanya kama wewe uko na njaa. Waonyeshe hiyo.
There's the part of the stomach that is very important, and is explained that when you eat food and when result be making food, it will go into the stomach, and that's a very important organ that should always be fed.
Kazi yako sasa imeanza. Beleni haukuwa na kazi. Sasa ndio mzee anataka.
Telling the bride that you must always make sure the stomach of the husband has food.
Akionekana na wengine aonekane ametoka kwa boma. Hiyo ingine ni hiyo inaguswa inaitwa pipo.
Those are kidneys. I was actually asked the function of the kidneys, but I thought it was as a joke, but I actually was not prepared to say it in case I make a mistake.
Taviko. Pass. Pass. Saidia.
Mwenye umeshika hiyo unajua kazi yako. Unajua. Waeleze ndio wasikie.
Figo ni kidneys. Hiyo inaosha mwili. All liquids zinapitia kwa figo. Kwa hivyo ni ya kuosha, ni ya kuensure that the body is clean.
Hiyo ndio kazi ya figo. Sasa Lispa, hiyo mwili ya John na yako usiingie maneno hapo kutoka kwa mwingine.
The kidneys clean the body, and therefore showing that their bodies must always be clean, and they are one and one soul.
Akuletee maneno ya John. Sasa mwambie wewe hujui. Kazi yenye ilikuleta ni kuchunga John na yeye akuchunge. Ni ukweli? Asante. Vile Lispa nimepitia na nikasema ulikutana na John, katuonyesha mahali ya kusika. Na ndio ukasikia huyu ananifaa. Huyu ndio mwenyewe. Kwa mababu, kabla upite, hii nyama inakuanga hapo. Siku hiyo, pengine Lispa hakuwa na ya kutosha. Sasa mmeongea hapa, mkasema vile alitoka hapa, sio vile yako kwa wakati huu. Hiyo ni John naye ameongezea. John, endelea. Siku ingine tukija hapa, hata afadhali tutafute gari ya kufuruta Lispa. Profesa, hii sherehe inakuanga na maneno mingi.
Naona.
Hata ni masaa inatufanya kukimbia.
Okay.
Hiyo inaitwa masikio. Kazi ya masikio.
Those are the ears.
Sasa ni ya Lispa.
Or eardrums.
Kuchunga.
For people to listen to each other.
Angalia sana maneno ambayo anaongea.
Communicate with the archer. Don't listen to outsiders.
John akiongea, kazi yako kuchunga maneno.
Trust each other.
Ukiingilia hapa, usikie hiyo haifai kufikia John.
Trust what he says and what she says. Use your ears properly.
Ni ukweli? Kwa leo,
that is
hiyo mbuzi yote tumechinja hapa.
The front leg.
Haina shida, haina kazi mingi. Hata ikichinjwa kila mtu akule, mwishowe tuende bila hii. Hii ni wenye hawajui ni mgugu ya mbuzi ya mbele. Si tunaitanga mkono. Na siku ya leo yenye imetulete hapa ni kukata hii mkono. Sisi ndio tunasemanga kukata kiande. John, leo utakata kiande. Ndio ukiwa mzee kamili. Mali hata ukilete hapa bila kufikia hii. Na wenye tuko na wao hapo na ni wapande ya kwetu, hata wageni wetu wasikie. Hata ukipeleka mali gani, hata ngapi kwa hao mabibi zenu, kama hujafika hapa kuna bibi kwa Kikuyu. Sisi ndio tunasemanga hivyo. fanya bidii upike hapo. Na nyinyi mabibi wa wageni na wenye wako tumetoka na wao kwetu kwa boma, hii ndio mnafaa kufikia. Hata ukipeleka mali bila kuguza hapa, hujamaliza safari. Leo ndio John amefikia safari na tukaingia hapa, ndio maneno yetu tuweke sahihi, amekubaliwa kwetu, tutaenda direct.
They have now to wash their hands. That front leg is going to be cut, and that is the pieces from that will be fed to each other. The same way we do the cake, the Western culture, we do the cake, and the bride gives the bridegroom gives the bride, and then the cake pieces of cakes are distributed to the crowd. Here, it is this front leg that's going to be cut, and then she feeds him, he feeds her, and that's the only time they said now they have joined together.
Sisi tunasemanga kwetu Mount Kenya ndio inatuongoza.
They face Mount Kenya when they do this ceremony, because the Kikuyus believe that life descended from Mount Kenya. They always face Mount Kenya. So now the bride and the bridegroom get hold of that front leg of the goat. They are now going to cut it. They are now going to cut it, and this is the climax of the ceremony.
Akikata hii sasa ni wa hiyo boma. Profesa, mtoto yako ameenda. Sisi tukifanya hivyo, hii ni sherehe. Na kabla tukate, tunaulizana, iko mtu ako na shida na John? Iko mtu ako na shida na John? Mara pili hiyo. Hiyo nauliza mara tatu. Iko mtu ako na shida?
Is there anybody against this joining of these two people? He is asking 3 times. If there is nobody, keep quiet and be quiet forever. If there is anybody, raise now and let this function not take place. So he has asked 3 times, anybody against this joining of these two people? 1, 2, 3, nobody. Therefore now, cut the bead and let's now join each other.
Sasa Rispa, magari ya kuja hapa, sijui kama mtapakana, pengine ukija kutembea.
So now they have divided the meat together. That was the front leg of the goat. It is from this leg that they are going to cut pieces and give each other, as now having joined and having eaten the African cake, the Kikuyu cake for that matter. And the knife that was cutting it is not the one that you buy from the shops. It is a traditional knife.
Sijui kama leo wewe unasomanga mambo mengi, lakini hujafikia hiyo bado. Lakini sitasema hivyo, uko na sherehe yenu na sisi tutakuja ndio tuone. Hiyo kisu unaona hapo, hiyo ndio kisu ya Wakikuyu na ndio inakatanga
special knife, Kikuyu knife that has to do that. You cannot give them knife bought from the shop to do that function. So the tradition here is very rich. You can see the Kikuyus have retained this particular tradition, and it looks like it is not dying very soon. In many other parts, it has died. Now that's the quad. The quad that has now kept part of the meat, one piece of the meat. Now the bridegroom is going to cut a piece of meat and feed the bride. There it is. Using the right hand.
Hiyo ndio maneno mzuri. Sasa na wewe Lispa utarudi hapo kwa hii nyama ilikuwa hapo. Ukate kanyama na upee John.
Now the bride is cutting from the piece that she was holding in her hand, so that now she can feed the groom.
Mahali tumefika sisi, maneno yetu tumefanya. Tunataka utuonyeshe sasa vile unaitaka bibi yako anaitii. Atapewa uji.
So now Rispa is feeding John. There is porridge on a quad.
Nataka kuona John kunywa uji. John ni kama amekataa kunywa uji.
John has refused the first serving. Now he says he's sweating, he cannot drink when he's sweating. Make sure that Rispa has done that service, because he has refused to take the uji, the porridge. Demanded a service. Now the quad will be returned for the bride now to feed.
John kunywa uji. Tunamezea mate hii nyama John.
Refused again until everything got through, and now it all ends with a prayer. They are now a blessing, a prayer to bless the couple facing Mount Kenya. The men have their hands raised in the skies. The women have their hands spread out, open hands spread out, and therefore now blessing the couple. Look, the ladies, the hands are spread out in front of them. The men have their hands raised, all facing, pointing Mount Kenya. Wherever you are, you have to find out the position, the location of Mount Kenya, and that prayer must be done by, again, a special elder, and all facing Mount Kenya. So the ceremony is gone, and now I am asking, if we enjoyed it, please like it, share it to spread this knowledge, and subscribe for more to come. And if you wish to support us as we bring you more of this knowledge and other episodes, please donate to assist us. Visit www.mukmik.co.ke. There are donation procedures. Reach us directly using that email, or simply use this buy good steel number 547-6465. I hope you have enjoyed this Bukusu Kikuyu joining, which we are calling Family BBIs, Building Bridges Initiatives. As we start joining different tribes of Kenya, that is actually creating the unity and friendship and companionship, and removing the negative ethnicity, because now we are one. There used to be negative ethnicity because one tribe looked at another unfavorably, but this type of intermarriages will actually assist in bringing this nation together. Of course, we can do so in other ways, but this coming together, now the Bukusu have become friends of the Kikuyu. Clashes between Bukusu and Kikuyu cannot be easily thought of, because after all, the Bukusu will say our grandchildren are there, our nephews are there, our nieces are there. So this is one good way of joining or killing negative ethnicity. Watch this space.